good morning. I am Judith P. Sumande, your instructor in Fundamentals of Information Systems. For you to have a roadmap on our discussions for the whole period. So the following are our topics that we are about to discuss for the whole week. So in our week one, there are the following topics that we are going to discuss today. So here are our learning objectives as we continue our lesson. Let's at the end of the lesson we can distinguish now what is the data from information and knowledge and describe the characteristics of quality data. So we can identify the fundamental components of an information system and describe their functions. And the last one is we can identify the three fundamental information system types and explain what organizational complements must be in place to ensure successful implementation and use of the system. Hey, did you know that the project failure is the significant contributor of project failure is overlooking the need to address employee adoption and resistance jointly? So did you know also that 30 to 70% of large information systems project fail because of the failure to prepare the business users or the users of the systems for the actual change to come? Another, no, did you know that technology is one of the fastest growing areas in the US economy? And information systems professionals such as software developers, computer systems analysts, and computer specialists are in high demand. So as you graduate in your course, expected you can be a system analyst or computer systems analyst or software developers in the near future. So why learn information systems? So we live in an information economy. Information itself has revealed value, and in order to stay competitive in an organization, the organizations require a steady flow of information about their business partners, the information about their competitors, about their customers, the employees, the markets, and the suppliers information. Information systems are increasingly being used to gather, store, digest, analyze, and make sense out of all this information. Indeed, information systems are even invented and control many of the products we use on our daily basis. So using the information systems, individuals can communicate instantaneously with one another. Consumers make purchases online, like Shopee, using mobile devices. Project members disperse globally and across multiple organizations, yet they collaborate effectively. And no, as a student also, we use information systems to collaborate or application systems to collaborate. Like for example, the Zoom and the Google Meet for the messengers. Okay? Financial institutions manage billions of dollars in assets around the world, and manufacturers partner with suppliers and customers to track their inventory, to track the order, the supplies, and distribute goods faster than ever before. So, to be an effective manager in any area of business, you need to understand that information is one of an organization's most valuable resources. Information is not the same thing as data, and knowledge is different from both data and information. So these concepts will now be explained. Okay, what is data? So data is consists of raw facts. Raw facts such as an employee number, of total hours worked a week, or an inventory part number, or the number of units of the item. Okay? Data can be a long list of shoppers in the grocery stores. So those are the examples of raw data. Raw data can be a temperature. Okay? Raw data can be a body temperature. So, so there are different types of data that we can encounter in our daily life. So as shown in our table 1.1, okay, the types of data are the alphanumeric data, the audio data, the image data, the video data. So when we say alphanumeric data, it is represented by numbers, letters, and other characters. The audio data, no, the sounds, our MP3, the MP4, no, the music that we listen every day, no, those are the audio data, sounds, noises, or tones. Image data, okay, the graphic images and the pictures. Video data, the moving images or pictures. As So in order, no, for data to transform into an information, a valuable information, it will go through a process. So what is this process? Process is a set of logically related tasks performed to achieve a defined outcome. So when data is also called the unprocessed data. So when a data is processed, it becomes an information. Okay? So information, what is information? So information is a collection of data. So it organized and processed so that it has additional value and beyond the value of the individual facts. Okay? So in other words, information is essentially data made more useful through the application of knowledge. Okay? So as an example, no, of the information, so we will give you an example, no, kanina. We talk about a raw data such as a long list of groceries. Tama? So in order for data to become an information, it will go through a process. So in a grocery store, no, the combination of all the shoppers' long list of groceries, no, as they go through the process of cashiering, or in order for them um to pay for their grocery, no, para ma-providean sila ng kanilang receipt. For in the business side, okay, it becomes an information, no, the combination, okay, ng lahat ng um, sales order of that day. Information can be the sales of that day, no, the amount of the sales of that day, the combinations of all um, shoppers, no, of all the lahat ng grocery ng mga shoppers. So, and information can be also a combination of the, or not the combination, but the summary report of the sales of that day, or the summary report of the monthly sales of January, or the monthly sales of February. That's become an information in the business. Okay? So, para maging outcome siya, no, sa part ni um, customer, the customer can receive receipt, no, after they buy for their grocery. And in the side of the business, they can have the sales for the day. Okay? So it becomes, in other words, no, um, this information that they gather, no, becomes a knowledge. Okay, what is this knowledge? The awareness and understanding of a set of information and the ways that information can be made useful to support specific task, or reach a decision. So in other words, no, information is essentially data made more useful through the application of knowledge. In some cases, people organize or process data mentally or manually. In other cases, they use computer. So when they use computer, okay, like what I've said kanina, in our example, the raw data from a long list of groceries will be processed through cashiering in a grocery store to provide an outcome, which is the information. Okay, the receipt in the customer and the sales for the day in the organization, okay, or the summary monthly report of the month or a year. So those raw data is a selected data. So when it when it goes through a process, it organizes the information. That's why you have receipts now, okay, sa mga shoppers. And then, sa side business, they have a sales report for the day. So, this information, ginagamit nila ito to manipulate the data. So, how can they manipulate the data? With the information na kanilang nakuha, it becomes useful. Like for example, the monthly or the quarterly sales report. No, this this information becomes this information becomes useful to the business. Okay, sa mga retail stores, sa mga wholesalers and retailers, for example, the KCC. No? Because of the information that they gather out of these sales, they can see, no, if they are they have profits, no, what are um, they can come up with the strategies, okay, goals for the next, because of the history of the information they gather, no, from the previous months of operations. They can set goals, they can plans, they can forecast, no, they can forecast because of the information. It becomes the information becomes knowledge because it leads the business or organization to their strategies and goals to continue their business to become more competitive on their business. So the value of information is directly linked to how it helps decision makers achieve their organization's goals. Okay? Valuable information can help people perform tasks more efficiently and effectively. So there are characteristics of quality of information. So the number one characteristics of the information, no, the quality information, is dapat accessible sa information. Okay? Accessible, ibig sabihin, information should be easily accessible by authorized users so they can obtain it in the right format at the right time to meet their needs. Okay? Dapat ang information is accurate. Okay? Is error-free. The information is may integrity. Ibig sabihin, when they gather personal information from their customers, okay, the phone number must be correct. No? The address must be correct. Lalo na sa online shopping ngayon. Okay? The address, it should be correct. Okay? It should be complete also. Okay? Information must be complete. Hindi pwedeng kulang. Okay? For example, an investment report that does not include all important costs is not complete. Okay? No? Kung sa investment report, hindi mo binawas yung, hindi mo sinali pala, sorry, hindi mo sinali yung liabilities. Okay? So, liability cost, okay, or the fixed cost, hindi mo sinali. Yun, hindi siya magiging flat o kulang ang information. So, hindi na siya complete. Okay, kung hindi na siya complete, hindi na din siya accurate. Next is economical. Information should be also relatively economical to produce. Okay, decision makers don't always balance the value of the information with the cost of producing it. Flexible dapat ang information. Okay, next, relevant. Information is important to the relevant information is important to the decision maker. So information showing that lumber prices might drop is probably not relevant to a computer chip manufacturer. Syempre, okay? kasi ibang, ano yun, ibang line of business. Okay. Next, reliable. Reliable information can be trusted by users. So in many cases, reliability of the information depends on the reliability of the data collection method. So in other instances, reliability depends on the source of the information. So a rumor from an unknown source that oil prices might go up may not be reliable. There's so many not reliable information in the Facebook. So kayo guys, no, you should be aware, no, and you should learn ba how to know if that information is legit or not. No? You check, no, the author of that, for example, information na kumakalat sa Facebook. Okay? So, yeah. Secure. Information should be secure from access by unauthorized users. It should be simple, no? It should not be complex, madaling maintindihan. It's timely. Information is delivered when it is needed. Knowing last week's weather conditions will not help when trying to decide what coat to wear today. Okay, then verifiable. Information should be verifiable. This means that you can check it to make sure it is correct, perhaps by checking many sources.